Live from WFSB, Connecticut's #1 local news, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 7.
Good morning. It is 7 o'clock right now on your Friday morning. I'm Caitlin Nuclo. We're following all the big stories for you this morning, and we start with the latest on the 2020 school year. Channel 3 is your back-to-school authority. The governor is adamant about getting students back to school, but he's now allowing even more flexibility. Channel 3's Mark Robbins has the latest.
Governor Lamont has been vocal and transparent with his desire to have Connecticut students back learning in actual school classrooms this fall. Lamont believes students need a large overall academic experience.
If their kid has a chance to get to a classroom, I want that kid to have the opportunity to be in a classroom.
Yeah, but not so fast. The governor found out yesterday many teachers and school workers are not sharing in his thought process. One teacher telling us that several small steps still need to be taken before the big steps come for everyone.
I haven't sat in a restaurant with 20 people, and I'm going to go hang out with kids in a classroom in a building with 1,600 people in it.
Can I force that school to open? Can I force those teachers in there? Probably not.
Mark Robbins, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
While Connecticut continues to trend in the right direction, some other states are not. The coronavirus continues to kill more than 1,000 people a day. The U.S. death toll now tops 152,000. Here's a look at our numbers here in Connecticut. Nearly 13,000 tests have been done in the last day. 130 of those were positive. 6 more people have died, and there are now 13 more people in the hospital. Well, new this morning, 4 people are without a home following a late-night fire in Torrington. Pinpoint News Tracker shows us where it happened on Pulaski Street near Norwood Street. No one was hurt. Firefighters say they had to call in more help after one of their trucks had a mechanical issue, and fire officials are still investigating what caused that fire. Happening today, a protest is planned outside the Eversource in Berlin over the rate increases that started July 1st. Eversource says the biggest reason for that increase is consumption because of a number of heat waves during the summer and more people working from home during the pandemic.
The increase in usage between May and June on our average residential customers, rose by 36%.
Eversource says people are also having to deal with expensive policy decisions by elected officials, mostly because of a deal with Millstone Power Plant that came after lawmakers required Eversource and United Illuminating to increase their purchase of renewable energy. Well, to Hartford now, where police are looking at some new technology to make their jobs safer. It would be used to de-escalate situations and avoid the use of deadly force. The technology is called BOLA wrap, and it's often described as remote handcuffs. It's a restraining device that is deployed from a distance. It dispenses a rope that wraps around the arms or legs to catch a suspect. Police tell us they're looking for better ways to serve the public.
We had our academy staff here today to look at it, to watch what it does and the nomenclature of the device. So they're going to go back to the academy, they're going to do a little more research, and we're going to come up with a definitive answer probably in the near future.
Well, it costs about $1,000. It's already being used in Bloomfield. Now this morning, Hurricane Isaias is headed toward Florida after bringing flooding and even small landslides to Puerto Rico and other Caribbean islands. The storm strengthened overnight as well and turned many streets into fast-flowing rivers, toppling trees, and also knocking out power to some in Puerto Rico. The National Guard says it rescued at least 35 people.
All right, this morning in Connecticut, we've been tracking some showers. We're also monitoring Hurricane Isaias as it is eventually potentially going to impact our weather here in southern New England. There you can see it's currently moving away from Haiti and the Dominican Republic over the southeastern Bahamas. Sustained winds as of the last update up to 80 miles an hour, and it is forecast to strengthen perhaps to Category 2 strength as we head into the next 24 to 48 hours, eventually coming near the east coast of Florida and then turning to the north, perhaps brushing the Carolinas Carolinas as it eventually into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week works up in the general direction of southern New England. So with this particular storm, eventually we could be talking about some heavy rain and some wind and rough seas for Atlantic-facing coastline. But there's a lot to be determined between now and then, especially with regard to the timing, as some of our models are 24 or more hours apart on its potential arrival here in southern New England. So in the meantime, we are tracking showers that will taper off this morning. Our heat wave will officially have come to an end as of yesterday. It's a 6-day heat wave, given that today temperatures will only top out in the 80s. And this morning here in the 7 o'clock hour, upper 60s and low 70s basically sums it up. We have a light and variable wind, if not calm, across the state, and our iCams are revealing some clearing getting underway. That's the scene from Torrington, also from Hartford, some clearing, especially across the northern part of the state, primarily overcast from New Haven and as well from New London, where some showers are still moving through southeastern Connecticut. But from Middletown, looking upstream of the Connecticut River over Portland, up toward northern Connecticut, you can see some breaks there as well. So those breaks will work farther south. We've got rain that's riding along a stalled frontal boundary. That boundary goes farther offshore as the day progresses, and that will bring us clearing from north to south. So as we can see on Futurecast, that's certainly the case. And Futurecast is also trying to paint in a few showers this afternoon, but it's a situation I think where many towns do remain dry. Then we'll certainly clear out tonight, and then tomorrow for our Saturday we'll see plenty of sunshine, and temperatures tomorrow will get close back to say the 90-degree mark. In the meantime, this afternoon, warmest inland and near the Massachusetts border, farther north where we see more clearing. Meanwhile, where the clouds linger longer, low 80s should do it for high temperatures along the Connecticut coastline. So not the best beach day, unfortunately, but it will be tomorrow. On our 7-day forecast for our Saturday, tolerable humidity, partly to mostly sunny and near 90 inland after starting the day in the 60s. Then on Sunday, a warm front moves in. That means we'll see an increase in cloud cover, we'll see an increase in humidity, and we'll also see an increased chance for some spotty showers, perhaps some isolated thunderstorms. Thunderstorm can't be ruled out on Monday with temperatures topping out in the upper 80s. And then again, watching Tuesday to Wednesday of next week with potential implications from Isaias. For shoreline highs this weekend, forecasting mid 80s for Saturday and as well for Sunday.
All right, Mark, thank you. Well, tributes continue to come in this morning for former gubernatorial candidate Oz Griebel. He died just days ago after he was hit by a car last week in Pennsylvania. He was 71 years old. Oz Griebel served as CEO and president of the Metro Hartford Alliance for nearly 2 decades. It's an organization focused on economic development. His successor describes him as the foundation and heartbeat of that organization.
Everything that the Metro Hartford Alliance has been is Oz. The initiatives that he started, the legacies that he's left me to run with are fantastic.
Well, when he wasn't leading that organization, he was leading political charges. Most recently, he had been advocating for mail-in voting during the COVID-19 pandemic, which was just approved this week by state lawmakers. Well, thanks so much for tuning in to Eyewitness News on this Friday morning. Remember, you can always get news and weather updates anytime on the Channel 3 app. Have a great day.